Good afternoon. It's Tuesday the 25th of June 2024 and it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. Weather outside is overcast but reasonable. It's pleasantly warm, and I'm still I'm looking at my YouTube channel, and I just want to go over one or two points as regards my heart attack on February the 14th. So we're really talking about 5 months ago. So if you have a heart attack, what can you expect, in the recovery period? So it's 5 months since that fateful morning, and I got the best of treatment down at the Royal Victoria Hospital, where I got 3 stents put in, and I got great treatment, recovery treatment up at the Ulster Hospital. And how am I feeling now? Well, the first month after I had the stents put in, I felt pretty good. The stents just made so much difference. They were like magic. From having a heavy paving slab on my chest, so to speak, with a heart attack, and my arms, you got the stents in and the pain was taken away. So I was buoyant. It was great, and I still feel very, very pleased, and I feel delighted to waking up every morning to be given this second chance. And I still feel like that. I am so grateful, because years ago, and my father had a heart attack and died. Years ago, people died from having heart attacks, and now, because of quick response and the stents, I'm still here to tell the tale. So I am just full of gratitude for what the folks down in the cardiac failure unit, the theatre team, did for me. Which was actually like a matter of routine for them. They told me that my heart attack, dealing with my heart attack, was like a plumbing job, and they could fix it. But if it had been an electric job, in other words, something to do with the brain, then it would have been much more difficult, and maybe not as successful. Anyway, how am I feeling now? Well, 5 months since the day almost. I have to admit, it is extremely difficult getting out of bed in the morning. And we've got the grandchildren to mind 3 days a week, so I'm up at 7 o'clock 3 days a week. And it's difficult to get out of bed. You have to really push yourself. You're just feeling that you just want to roll over. Now, it's not just a normal feeling of rolling over and going back to sleep. You really have to, you're really struggling. And I've talked with other folks who have had heart attacks, and they say the same thing. But right, you get out of bed. So how are you coping during the day? Well, because I had a heart attack, I was taken off my naproxen painkiller tablets, because they would interfere with the heart. And they relieved an awful lot of the daily routine pain, joint pain and stuff like that. And there's really no substitute for them. You just have to get on with it. Now, the doctors and the nurses have recommended paracetamol and cocodamol, and I've taken a few paracetamol, but not that many. I do take a couple of cocodamol every morning, and I was taking these here, and they're tablets to be swallowed, but they are slow acting, so I'm taking the soluble ones, and they're fast acting, because they're soluble, they go straight to you, and they do work. They work for about 4 hours, but I don't want to take any more than 2 a day, because I don't want to sort of get addicted to them. So that's what I'm taking to help me out with aches and pains, which I do have. Round about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, because of grandchildren activity and all the rest of it, I feel absolutely zonked. It hits you like a wave, and you just feel like a zombie, and you just want to sit down and you just want to go to sleep, but you can't do that. So if I'm talking to people who have had heart attacks like me, this is to be expected. You will feel zonked maybe twice a day, and you'll have to take a nap for maybe an hour or less. And be aware that tiredness is going to be with you. I certainly have it. You're just shattered. So at night time, because you're on blood thinners, I feel extremely cold. I've never been cold in my life until I took these blood thinners. Your hands, your legs, your feet are just like blocks of ice. So what we're doing, and I mean, you'll find this ridiculous. This is nuts, but this is what we're doing. We turn on the electric blanket. We turn on the electric blanket and have been doing so. Turning on the electric blanket in the middle of June. Well, if it's a way to keep to warm me up. And on top of that, I've been using a wheaten bag. Now, this is a wheaten bag, and what you do is you put it into the microwave for about 2.5 minutes, and you stick it at the bottom of the bed, and it acts like an old-fashioned water bottle. And really, folks, I need this to warm my feet up. Otherwise, you don't get to sleep. I'm just panning through some of these videos. Change the background. So that's what I have to do. Overall, I'm about 60 to 70% of what I was, strength-wise. Which is pretty good. I'm still able. I'm out on the motorbike. I'm out on the pram walk, but I do it an awful lot slower. I'm much more aware on the motorbike. I take things easy, manoeuvres and all the rest of it. Walking, I'm reasonably good on the flat, but you stick a hill in my way and I struggle. I would do maybe a mile and a half walk on the pram walk, and I struggle with the hills. But folks, I'm still here. We went on a week-long cruise there about a month ago It was great. I managed. I coped. I slept well. I ate well. I'm going to be able to get to my son's wedding in a month's time. So things are generally good, but you'll not be as good as what you were, obviously. You'll not be able to do all the things that you used to do, and certainly not to the same level. So this is where I'm at 5 months down the road. Strangely enough, throughout the whole thing, I lost about a stone in weight. So I'm down to just about over 11 stones, away down from 12 stone and a quarter. So the doctors tell me that's a good thing, because I'm not putting on fluid around my ankles and elsewhere, and that would be a concern. So that's the situation, folks, and I hope if I'm speaking to anybody out there who has had a heart attack or knows somebody else who's had a heart attack, I hope that you found what I said. You can find a bit of benefit from that. Done practically nothing today. It's just recovering from the grandchildren, and that's the way it has to be, and get ready for tomorrow again. So as I say, delighted to be still here, and be with Tanya and the kids and the grandchildren. Life is good, but you've got to slow down. You're not going to be able to do the things you used to certainly not to the same level. Okie doke. Hope you found that helpful.